Hi, this is Anna. Welcome back to my channel. So this is my coffee stained paper that I was showing in my short video, how it's drying. So the way I make this one is I just let it air dry on a stone countertop. But if you don't have that, if you cannot do it in a kitchen, then you can do it outside. You can put the paper on the outdoor table, coffee table, dining table, whatever you have. And if it's windy, because sometimes I do take them outside, the piece of paper, you can put a rock that would hold it down so the paper doesn't fly away. Or you can use your garage or basement or anywhere, because if you want to air dry it, then you need some space. So a few years ago, I purchased a lot of tables, those foldable tables from Aldi, and they'll be perfect too. You can put them in a garage, in a basement, in a house, anywhere you want to, and then you can just spread the paper when it's still wet, and it just air dries. So here, as you can see, are beautiful stains. It smells very nicely. So the coffee, most often time I use is this coffee, and I'm going to make a journal with this coffee bag. So this is very nice. It has nice fragrance to it. So when I make myself coffee, and here I even brought it here to show you. This is my Mr. Coffee. That's what I use. I don't use any of those, Keurig, whatever you call it. I don't even like the coffee out of it. So if I make myself coffee and I won't drink the whole thing, then I'll use it for the paper. And sometimes when I don't have time to do it the same day, I do it the next day. But you don't want this coffee to be sitting too long because it will go bad. So like the next day or 2 days is maximum. So pretty much this isn't any, coffee that I brew especially for staining the paper. No, it's just the coffee that I don't drink. The leftover coffee that I have in a pot, just like I showed you. So it's not very dark, as you can see, and I'm using regular cupping paper. So I like to make some, I don't know if you can see this with my glasses or cups or whatever you have. And so each is different, and some might have more coffee on them and some might have less, but it's a little less crinkly than from the oven. I just don't have time to be, standing at the oven and switching the papers. So this is, I leave it for a few hours and it just dries on its own, and it gives me beautiful results. Sometimes I use the colorful papers too, but they're thinner, not as heavy as the regular paper that you use for your printer. So this is printer paper, and you can see all different. And so I like to make a batch because it will last me a little longer, and I like to make everything in batches, so I have it when I need it. Here again you have some beautiful stained, as if you put a cup or something on it. So this is still white, and this part is dyed. So I just literally pour the coffee on it. I have a stack like that. I pour the coffee on it, and then I kind of do this, so the coffee goes on both sides, and then I dip it, and then I put it on a countertop so it dries. Very easy. Doesn't take as much time as using the oven. Oven takes so much time. So see, this is just one batch that I did, and look how many pages I got. But I only like to use a few pages in a journal. I don't make journals with all the coffee dyed. This one is almost entirely done, and then you have the edge darker. So I only use a few pages for my journals because I like the mix. And smells so good. So I guess it's the fragrance from the coffee. This one is almost entirely browned. So when the paper is drying, you can do other things. And then when it's dry, it literally lifts off the countertop. So I didn't even count how many I got, but as you can see, I got a few. This one also has those circles. So it's still a little wet, a little damp. It's not entirely dry yet, so the drier it gets, the more sound it has. I think this is why the paper from the oven is the more has the more crinkly sound, because it's much more drier. That's what I think. So, you know, whatever you have, whatever works for you, don't focus on what you don't have, but focus what you have and what you can use for this project. So, as I said, it doesn't have to be a countertop. It can be so many other things. And just look around, see what you have, what you can use for this project. And also, if you want to see the papers when they were drying, you can look at that short video, the last short video that says, I think, coffee dyed paper. I put in there. And look, how pretty is this? So I hope this helps a little bit, because I did get questions before on how I dye my paper. That's one of the ways, and hopefully sounds so good. That sounds so good. But anyways, hopefully you I gave you some ideas, and maybe you can try it yourself. Don't waste that coffee that you don't get to drink. Just use it on the paper and you'll be surprised with the results. As always, thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.